We've come to Kintor now, which is near Aberdeen, to visit Eric Yule. Good afternoon, Eric.
Good afternoon, Keith.
How long have you been in the sport?
I started in 63, actually started. I went out to sport in 68 when I met the wife and got married. Came back to it in 1973 and I've been ever since.
Yeah, what's the circumstances you're starting up?
I met him with Gordon McBain in the port, which flied a good pigeon at that time when I was about 12 years old. And I got a pair of young birds from him. Kept them in a rabbit hutch and away I went.
Caught the disease.
Got the disease,
What's one or two of your best positions?
Well, last year was my best year. I had 3 national races. First national I was third north section. The outer range I was first north section. And out to the second Satilli I was first north section.
Absolutely brilliant.
It was a good year.
Yeah. You like showing pigeons as well, don't
I
you?
like showing, yeah. We've twice been best racer at Birmingham show at the Comrades. And we had twice best racer at Blackpool show. Yeah. But the most important one was 3 years ago we had the best racer at Birmingham and the best racer at Blackpool with the same pigeon.
Absolutely brilliant. What sort of racing do you like? Long distance or short distance?
Long distance, yep. From about 300 miles upwards. But especially the channel racing, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
More relaxed and...
Where'd you race from? What race points?
We raced from Montrose right through to Hastings on the coast, which is 456 miles. Then we go across into Channel, which Satilli 587, Rennes is 631.
Absolutely brilliant, mate.
This is my checker cock, 1992 he was bred. Last year he was first north section Rennes, 85th Open.
How far is Rennes, Eric?
Rennes is 631 miles, but he's always been a good steady pigeon. Where Hastings raced 456 miles, he was my first bird, 4th club, a very hard race.
Yeah. What family is he?
The breeding is the old northeast family of Davy Rose, Richie White, Wilson Noble and Charlie Fraser. They're just all blended in together. Pigeons actually started a way back.
Yeah. What system was he raced on?
He was raced on the natural system, and he was feeding 2 big young birds when the day of the race.
What system you race your old birds on, Eric?
Racing the natural system.
Yeah. When did you pair them up?
I pair up about a fortnight after the Blackpool show. I come home and I pair the pigeons up. They rear the first round of youngsters. I separate them again once they rear the young birds, and when they're separated, I'll fly the first 4 or 5 races, cocks and hens separate.
Yeah.
After the 4th race or 5th race, they come home and they go together again, and that's him on the natural system. Yeah. That's the way I race him.
How many pairs you got?
I've got about 40 pair of pigeons.
Yeah. How about training them?
Training them, I start off about Aberdeen, which is 12 miles to me, Stonehaven, 15 miles, into Larenskerk or Inverberby, which is about 25 miles, about twice a week. I get them going myself. Once I get them going myself, I go into the Aberdeen transporter, which they put away 3 times a week, and I go the 3 days that week.
Yeah. How about feed them?
Feed them, and when they're on the natural system, they come and go as they please.
Yeah, so I meant feeding.
Feeding?
Yeah.
They have food in front of them all the time on the natural system.
Yeah. What do you feed?
I feed Swinstons, either knockout or a breeding mix.
Yeah. Do you beef it up at all for long distance races?
I beef it up with maize. They get a top up of maize as much as they want as the distance increases.
This is the scene inside one of Eric's natural sections. And he prefers the secluded nest boxes.
This is my red checker cock. 3 years ago he won the best racer at the Old Comrades Show at Birmingham, and in the same year he won the best racer at Blackpool, also best opposite sex.
Yeah. Has he won anything racing, Eric?
He was a good racer. He never actually hit a first, but he was a good racer up to about 300 miles.
Yeah. Beautiful pigeon. What family is he?
He's a cross Kilpatrick, Bob MacDonald and Dickie Graham of Ecclefechan.
What families of pigeons you keep then, Eric?
Well, it's 2 families. I've got for the sprint distance I use Bob MacDonald of Fraserburgh crossed with the Kilpatricks of Dickie Graham of Ecclefechan up to 400 miles. But once I go across the water, I use the old northeast family here of Davy Rose crossed Richie White crossed Charlie Fraser, Wilson Noble.
Yeah.
We're just doing
So say good dual purpose, good type pigeon.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the Beau McDonald, Dickie Graham. They're really good. And well, Beau McDonald was a crack himself.
Yeah.
Along with Dickie.
How many stock birds do you keep?
I've got 15 pair.
Yeah. And when do you pair them up?
They're paired about the same time as the racer, and I like to float the eggs from the racers to the stock birds.
Yeah. When you go out and buy a stock bird, what do you look for?
Hey, I don't particularly interested in any of the breed. If I like a pigeon, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Regardless of the breed, if it handles well, and something to fit into the show inside and the racing side. Aye.
Yeah, 'cause you like them both.
I like them both, aye. This is my red checker hen. Last year it was first North Section Sir Tilly 2, third time over in its life, but a really good racer, club-wise and the national. And it also does really well in the shows.
How far is Sir Tilly in
Sir
there?
Tilly to me is 587 mile.
Yeah, wonderful pigeon.
Yeah, wonderful. She's really been a good pigeon to me.
What's her best nest condition?
The best nest condition is feeding about a 7-day-old young bird.
How many babies breed season in there?
Yeah, we read about 70, well I take 100 rings from the club and I read about 70 young birds, I would say altogether, all told.
How far do you race them?
I race them from 35 miles where shortest is, right through to North Allerton, which is 202 miles to me.
Yeah.
I also put a few which left maybe to the younger national, Worcester, which is about 300 odd mile.
How about training?
Training, I train them as much as I can, every day if possible, with any route, north, south, east or west.
Yeah. How about feeding?
Feeding, feed twice a day, morning and afternoon.
Yeah, what corn?
Corn,
Yeah.
Swainston, racing mix, just a
Same as the old birds.
same as old birds, yeah.
What's your preparation for a big show then, Eric?
Big shows, Bath, maybe on the Thursday, nearest to the show as you can. Feeding well, beans I prefer, right up to maybe the Thursday before the show. Then before taking off the beans and feed him as much maize as he can eat, a few peanuts,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Do you keep them locked up in the winter then?
They're out about as much as I can, they'll still get out.
Yeah.
About every fourth day, I've got 4 sections in this loft, and every section out, if weather permitting, every fourth day. They have a bath out here, but just keep them clean, keep them well.
That's the main thing.
That's
yeah.
the main thing.
Yeah.
Gives you an interest during the winter, I find. It's
Yeah.
great social.
Yeah, I
time.
agree. I love showing me races as well.
It is good, aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Anyway, Eric, thanks very much for letting me see the pigeons today. It's been a great pleasure and a credit to you.
You're welcome, Key. Come back anytime.
We're at Smokey's Loft now in Forfire, and Smokey's going to show us one of his best channel pigeons, a grizzle cock.
Here you go, Keith. This is the legendary wood smoke giblet. He's a pure Van Bantam, and he won the eye sign class at the Federation show. And if you take a close look, you'll see he's got a wonderful circle of cock relation.
Yeah, looks foul to me.